Ivy, take the wheel.
I had unmuted us just as he said, Ivy, take the wheel. That was such good timing. Ivy, take the wheel. Nice. Cool. Anyways, welcome to Sometimes Dungeons. Welcome to Sometimes Dragons. Apparently, Ivy takes the wheel.
Yep. Oh, amazing. Dude, I love that name still. I just think it's so funny.
It's so cute. I love it.
Sometimes Dungeons,
That's
sometimes
fabulous.
Dragons.
It's so good. So yeah,
It's
welcome
great.
to Sometimes Dungeons, Sometimes Dragons with me and Ben, and where we will have a rotation of different guests. And today we have the lovely and wonderful Nemo, who we love very dearly. We're just gonna chill and make some NPCs and do our normal hangout because that's
Heck
what
yeah.
this is. It's just a very easy kind of chatting stream. And we're gonna make some weird NPCs like we made last time.
It's gonna be lots of fun.
We'll see what we can come up with this time.
Oh yeah, we came up with some amazing things last time. This is the first time we're doing it under this name, but if you weren't here 2 weeks ago, we made some amazing NPCs. we made a an Oathbreaker. Oh no, it wasn't Oathbreaker. Oath of Conquest paladin.
Yeah.
We made a tiefling who was like a tattoo artist, because you don't really see many of those in D&D, but they're super cool. And with Tasha bringing like tattoos that can be like spells and stuff now. It's pretty cool. And then we totally didn't make the worst villain of all time.
Worst or best? Like,
I mean, depends how you look at it, really. Gothic Chainsaw is our boy.
Gothic Chainsaw is our boy, but we do have to thank Nemo for the name.
Yeah.
Also, I see Dugan in the
did
chat.
come up with that.
I do see Dugan in the chat, who was our guest
Hi,
2 weeks
Dugan.
ago when we created Gothic Chainsaw. It was great.
Yes.
So yeah, today we're going to kind of see what else we can come up with that might go on next week's stream, the rectification with the girls. We'll see if anything comes up since Ben
Oh my
is
God,
guest
imagine.
starring, for the next, hopefully 2. We'll see. Hopefully
Yeah,
one or
we'll
2
see how it
episodes.
goes.
So Nemo, where can we find you besides obviously here? Where can we find you?
For the most part on TikTok under still mimicking Nemo. So yeah, that's mostly where I hang out. And then I am here on Twitch until I forgot I stream for a moment.
Yeah, you do.
I also stream on Twitch under mimicking Nemo as well.
Heck yeah. Play a lot of Dark Souls on there. Every time I tune in, it seems to be right as you die. I don't know if that's a curse, but like, 'cause every time you'll be in the middle of a fight, you'll be rolling around, and I'll join and be like, "Hey, Nemo's live again." Oh, and they're dead. Yep.
Oh, cool.
All right.
That's Dark Souls 1 for me at the moment. It's just constant death. So
Yep.
yeah, Dark Souls has my heart.
So the chat is asking us what is on the docket for tonight, and we're just going to basically make some strange NPCs, see what we can come up with. I don't know if Nemo has any on her mind or on their mind already, but we're gonna find out, and we're going to create some weird NPCs. Hopefully, again.
Yeah, just throw our ideas together and just see what comes out. You know.
We do have to say thank you to Ben for our new lovely logo, which is great. It's great.
It took me like 10 minutes, and Ivy. I felt so bad. I'm a perfectionist, and so I made like 5 different versions, but I sent them to Ivy being like, "This is the last one," and like 2 minutes later, I'd be like, "Hey, Ivy, I made another one, but I swear this is the last one, I promise." And then I did that like 5 times.
Yeah, I think I saved all 4 of them. Like, I still think I have all 4 files in my computer.
Is your microphone just falling over?
Yeah, I just went,
What is happening to your mic stand right now?
Panic. It's fine.
Professional, guys, professional stream.
We're professionals.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, Nemo, I think you're pretty aware of how the girls' campaign goes with the rectification and sort of NPCs we have at the moment. And what has come up. So what is one thing? I like how I look in the chat and that you could, who we love very dearly, just says you guys should make a fantasy Italian McDonald's staff.
Oh my God! Imagine.
I believe that Duga is saying this is because in his own campaign, they had to deal with a fantasy Taco Bell last night.
Oh
I
wow.
Or
saw
on-
something
yeah,
about
that's-
that.
I did as well, and that's, you know what?
I mean, I've dealt with a fancy Red Lobster. We were
We've dealt
sat
with
in
Fantasy
Discord
Olive
one
Garden,
night,
too.
and we started making jokes about it, and then we started rolling attacks for some reason because we always have dice on hand and we're weird. Mr. V just picked up as the DM somehow, and we just started a fight scene inside of a Red Lobster. If you wonder what we get up to outside of making videos on TikToks and streams,
It's just that.
that's what we do.
That's
Just
basically
dumb
it.
stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Lobster and Olive Garden.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will admit I am not completely caught up on
that's okay.
the girls' stream.
That's okay.
it doesn't have to be
No.
something from that though. We can
No,
we can
I
just
would
make
say
whatever.
The thing is,
So- Is there anything needed at the moment, or that you know
well,
you're
let's
looking
start off with-
for?
Let's see, Nemo, you've also been a DM, correct?
Mhm.
So, do you have a favorite NPC that you go for? Like, do you have like, ah, yes, this is my favorite NPC. They have to be in every game I DM, or a variation of them.
I mean, if I could, I'd bring a variation of stool into every game, but my kids don't live above ground for very long, so
As we all know, I really like mushrooms.
think of who I've had in my games that mostly it's been kind of stereotypical, like guards and that kind of thing, and then a lot of what came out of the Abyss. Actually, Nanny Plank was one of my favorite ever NPCs.
Oh, really?
Okay.
She came out of the last time I ran out of the Abyss with my group of Smiley and Reaper and my husband, and the book kind of introduced her as a, hey, here's a group of hags that you could use as a random encounter. I was like, you know what, I want to do more. And I see more about Stool in the chat. Yeah, she had, in the middle of Dark Lake, the party happened upon her, and she kept flumps as pets.
I love flumps.
They were
Flumps are great.
fabulous. And she was actually a quest giver for, she sent the party off to get her, what was it, hook horror eggs?
Ooh.
And she was just a little, she was a little hag. I'm trying to remember. I think she was a green hag. And she just hung out and had this little cave with her flumps, and her favorite food was hook horror eggs. I'll probably remember more as time goes on, but yeah, that's Nanny Plank was one of my favorites.
I see in the chat that Emerald, who we love very dearly over on Beyond the Realms, who watches every Monday, we love very dearly, said I prefer Chewinga to Flump. I think that Flumps and Chewingas would be a really interesting combination to see hang out together.
This is the thing. After last session, Ivy, everyone was like, but what about the buds? The real question is, but what about the Chewingas?
What about the Chewingas? They're probably honestly causing such havoc in the hotel room right now. Like, honestly, they're probably causing extreme havoc.
It's so worth it, though. It's so worth it.
So we're talking a little bit about flumps. So what if, as an NPC, we have a flump farmer?
That would be amazing.
Yes.
And just a random thing about flumps that kind of gets to me is the fact that flumps are actually really intelligent creatures.
Mm-hmm. They are.
And I forget that. Especially after painting, so many like flump minis, because they just look like tiny panicked creatures all the time.
So wait, are we thinking? So all right, okay. So we're thinking a farmer that is a flump rather than someone who farms flumps, because those are two different ends of scale.
Either one would be really
My
good.
God.
I think.
I really want a flump farmer now.
Like a flump who is a farmer.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that would be great because, again, with people forgetting that like they're super intelligent and stuff, people just show up to like this farm and they're like, "There's no people around." Then they see a flump, they're like, "Oh my God, it's a monster!" And they're like, "This is my farm, dude. I just live here.
You literally, because
This is my farm."
It somehow gained the ability to actually speak and set,
I'm
but
just
it's
farming,
still like
dude.
changing colors depending on the emotion. Yeah, they
Just do like
love.
speak with animals to it. And it's just like, what up? I'm just a farmer. I exist. This is a great. Okay, but okay.
I love
So
this.
now all I can think of is just a flump wearing a straw hat. That's all I can
Yeah,
think.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like a flump with a straw hat.
Amazing. I can't make that in Hero Forge, sadly. I try to
No.
make some of these in Hero Forge, but that is something I won't be able to make. But that is still amazing, and I love that. And it's just a flump who just floats around these fields and it's
Yeah,
just farming,
just
just
farming.
farming away.
He's just a
Oh, I
happy
love it
flump.
so much.
Um,
Someone mentioned a flump bookstore owner, and considering their love for like math and history, that would be amazing
I
as
also
well.
think that would be really
I want
cute.
a town of flumps.
Flump Town.
Yes, Flump Town, amazing.
You know what? That would actually be a lot of fun. I think that would be really fun as a DM to have their party interact with. Okay, you enter this town. There's not really a lot of seats because everything's floating. I
Dude, imagine that. Because then you have the Flump Farmer, you have the Flump Bookstore owner. Oh man, that would be so
The
good.
Flump Tavern owner.
The Flump Tavern owner. Oh my god. Yes.
Do you have do you have like a tavern wench as a flump?
A tavern wench flump.
I need these in my life. I'm like pulling up the stat block for it at the moment.
Won't you take me to Flumpy Town is now
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
joke. I love that. Yeah, I think Flump Town would be pretty cute.
Oh, they actually do have society.
What
We
is-
live in a
Flump-
society.
We live in a
Yeah,
society. of
flump
flump.
society. It
Okay,
says they live in complex and organized groups called cloisters.
that is
Within
precious.
each flump has a place and purpose.
So yes, we could have a town
so
of
this
flumps
works.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
That's so good, and I love it.
Emerald is
Crazy.
suggesting the tavern sells crazy milkshakes instead of booze, like cookie dough and cotton candy.
Yes.
So,
Oh my
so
God,
instead of a
yes.
tavern owner, we have a soda jerk flump.
Dude, this is the best shit. This is top tier. Like
Cool.
we would like start small,
We're like start small,
and then we're like, it's a whole town.
it's a
now.
whole town of flumps.
Dude, I'm so down for that.
Okay,
100%.
You know what? We could work on Flump Town. I'm fine with that.
Flump Town, hell yeah.
I love this. So
I'm just gonna write that down. Flump Town.
Flump Town. Cool.
So I've seen farm,
Mm-hmm.
tavern,
Uh-huh.
bookstore, which would be perfect.
So we'll do.
I see someone just mentioned fantasy Starbucks.
Well, one of the
Oh my God.
one of the places
Flump Bucks.
Flump Bucks.
Stop
Magic
Flump.
Big Lots has a Flumpy Town as the song. Flumpy Town.
I love it.
I can't wait to DM this town. Okay, so we have a farm, we have a tavern, we have, what did we say, a bookstore? I'm writing these down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A farm, tavern, bookstore. What was the other ones?
The flump fucks was the other one
Yes.
so far.
Coffee shop. Coffee shop.
I thought about a church, but I don't know.
The Church
If-
of Flump.
Do
Church
they
of
worship
Flump.
anything?
It's just a stained glass window of a flump.
Do they worship it? I don't know what their belief systems are as Flump.
Yeah.
Like they have a very complex society, yes, but what do they actually believe in?
Knowledge.
That's
Flumps.
fair. They just believe in
That could-
themselves.
Yeah, that could go into themselves. So yeah.
Believe in you that believes in me.
I mean, they're good creatures, so yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the town is actually very cheerful and sweet, and it's so
Hmm.
nice that everyone, like the parties, are just really suspicious of it. They're like, "Wow, these flumps are really nice."
It's like we just
Kinda
exist,
strange.
man.
Probably Mother Flump.
Yes.
Mother flump. Oh.
This sounds like the stereotypical like old lady who's really sweet all the time, but it's just a really old, really sweet flump. Mother
I
Flump.
I
love
love
it.
it.
Mother Flump.
This is amazing.
Also, thank you to the people who have just followed. We appreciate you guys.
Heck
I
yeah.
want to make sure we acknowledge you
Welcome to
guys.
chaos.
Welcome. yeah, we do this stream. We do the girls' actual campaign on the Fridays that we're not doing this. We switch off. And then every other Saturday, we do the DMing Academy, which is where you learn to be a DM when you're a player, if you'd like to ever jump into that.
Heck yeah.
We have an all-female cast for the girls' game, and then we have an all-male cast for the DMing Academy, and then we have a mixed basket with this one, which is nice.
Heck yeah.
But hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Okay, so we have so far a coffee shop, a farm, a tavern, and a bookstore.
We need a school.
Oh, School of Flump.
Flump School. School of Flump. Yes.
School of Flump. Cool. So this stream is now just gonna be all Flump.
Yes.
As we build this town.
I mean, we said we'd do NPC building, but we also said we could do some world building as well.
We could do world building. We leave this very open. We love having new victims. I mean followers. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
All right, so we'll start with our coffee shop Flump. What would we like our coffee shop Flump to be like?
Oof. Let me just shake my desk here in response.
You were very
trying to
excited
think
about
what
the Flump.
good Flump names are as well. Like I hear memes about Flumps all the time, but outside of that, I don't know too much about them. So
I would say they are
Wait,
good creatures.
Does this actually exist? No, it does not. Wait. I'm looking up generators. That is
Flump.
not in
Flump
any
Academy. F you.
F you. Flump Academy.
So I tried to look up a generator like I did during the last time you guys were doing this, and I have no idea what those symbols were, but they were. I just looked into the eyes of an elder god. I'm done.
Flumpther. So it's a Flumpther, like Arthur.
Flumpther.
Yes. What if we took like regular?
Oh my god. Yes. Just regular names and just put Flump
Flump
into
at
them.
the
It's
end of it.
like Smurfs, putting just the word Smurf into every word. So it's that, but Flumps.
That
Flumpther.
was-
Amazing.
let's see.
Okay.
I love that.
So if you've got things like Arthur, let's see. So Flumpther, that would make things like Matt and like.
I want all these Flump names, then I just want one that's just, I am Matt.
I am Matt.
Is that short for anything? Nope.
Nope. Just Matt. It's not even short for
Matt.
Matthew. Like his name is legitimately just Matt.
Like Matthew or
Flurry.
no?
No,
Matt.
no, Matt. Flurry.
Not a
Flurry.
Not a Flurry.
Flurry.
Oh, Flurry. So you keep the U of Flump. Flurry.
All right. Let's see.
Flurry. These are great.
Let's see. Trying to think of some more like feminine names. The one that keeps coming to mind is Chelsea. Flumpsy?
Flumpsy.
Flumpsy.
Flumpsy. We can always put Flump at the end of it as well. So it can always be like, it can be the start of a name and then Flump.
All right. We also need to decide in which city or in what the town name is. Chelsea said they feel honored that we name a Flump after them.
Yes.
Flumpsy. Yeah, Flumpsy. It's just Flump and then C. Love that.
Flurry Queen.
Flurry Queen as a possible coffee shop name with a retro 60s style diner, or McFlumpsy from the Highlands. What are these names?
McFlumpsy.
Flumfert. This is fantastic. Our chat is awesome. You guys are wonderful.
This is top tier.
I like how everything's just
so
like
good.
latched on to we're making a Flump City now.
Yeah,
So what
I
if-
was like, "There's no way we're gonna top Gothic Chainsaw," and then
we did.
made a Flump town.
So what if Flump, Frederick, Larry, Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Henry is in charge of the school?
You know what? That
Change-
makes sense to me.
change Henry to Hamilton.
Frederick
Percival
Larry,
Hamilton.
Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Hamilton. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get all that out.
Ooh, bait and switch name. Call it Mimicton. It's actually filled with flumps.
I think that would throw people off too much. Oh, I don't know.
But my heart.
Mm.
The Flump University headmaster.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna have to write down these names. I'm just gonna.
I've got a list.
I'm just gonna be sending these to Ben. That way I can refer back to them and add them to a Google Doc later.
Yeah, so I've got like Flumpther, Flurry, Flurry, Flumpsy, Flumpfort, Frederick Larry, Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Henry, Matt.
Matt. And it's like and Peggy, but it's and Matt.
Love some good paranoia, you know?
You're right though.
Flumtasha?
Flumtasha.
Maybe they just greet each other with good flump or good flumfornoon.
Good flump for
Good
noon.
Flumfornoon.
Just flump is like normally like just the word is in conversation for things.
Good flump
Yeah,
for noon.
like I said, they're like Smurfs. They put the word Smurf into like every sentence, but it's flump.
I just like the idea of being this floating flump.
Have a flumpy day.
Have a flumpy day.
Oh my god, amazing.
No.
Oh.
Have a flumpy day.
That's perfect.
Flump you.
There's no need to be so rude.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. Coming on a little strong there. I don't
Whoa.
give a flump.
I give a flump.
I don't give a flump. You, like,
What did
I might start picking that up just in everyday life, because how are you supposed to be angry when you're just yelling flump at someone?
that's
Like,
amazing.
son of a flump! If it's
Hey.
Mimican, if they are ever asked about how they got the name, all they would have to say is, well, I was in a cave, think of names, and found a piece of paper with the town name on it. Flumps are just like, no.
Sure.
We just found it.
Flurry or Flumpther for could be the
Flumpther.
farmer.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me make a list of who we've got here. So I'm gonna put
Let's see.
got farmer flump.
Farmer Flump.
I think that's just what he should go by, just Farmer Flump. Should be it.
That's
So
perfect.
What does he have on his farm though? Is it just sheep? He's just a sheep farmer.
Yeah.
My Underdark
Grow some
Indie
crops, too.
brain said Roth, but Roth aren't above ground.
No.
At least
Larry
not
the
usually.
Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable.
Wow.
Oh no.
Larry the Cable Guy. Cool. Okay.
Larry.
All right. So
Amazing.
we'll start. So because we have currently 5 places. Flump for noon. My phone has now made that a word. Fleric. Ben. Fleric. That's too good.
It's like Derek but Fleric.
I was thinking
Amazing.
like Tarek.
Oh wow.
All right. Shrooms and truffles with an assortment of prize truffle pigs. That's pretty cute, actually.
That's cool. I like
would be
that.
adorable.
I think that Farmer Flump probably has some prized truffle pigs. We'll do that. He's #1 in the city for the best. Gets me.
In the Flump Fair.
Yeah, the Flump Fair.
The Flump Fair, yeah.
Flump Fair.
That's adorable.
Flump Fair.
Prize truffle pigs for the Flump Fair.
That's the note. Prized truffle pigs for the. And it's a yearly event. It's very well known throughout the country. Everyone wants to come and see the Flump Fair, Flumpstival.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Flumpsville.
What if the Flump Fair and the Flumpstival are two separate occasions?
I feel like the Flump Fair is the
like the fall occasion.
yeah, and then like the Flumpstival is like the national. Everybody wants to be there for this.
Hmm.
Yes.
Let's see.
And then once every 4 years they have the Flump Olympics.
Yeah, every 4 years they have the Flump Olympics.
What sports are involved here?
Aw, hi Commune. We love you very much.
Hi, Commune.
If you guys are not following Commune DM, I highly recommend they play
Commune is great.
over
Oh.
on Library of Lost Tales, which is a fantastic stream every Monday. They're on the Welcome In. They do their own things. Please go look at the Commune DM stuff because we love Commune here.
Hell
I see
yeah.
Sab too.
Sab!
Hi, Sab.
Hi,
Okay,
Sab.
so that we have every 4 years we have the Flump Olympics. Okay, every 4 years you have the Flump Olympics. And we can expand on that as need be. Prize truffle pigs for the Flump Fair.
I also saw something about
Oh,
pies.
we got a
and salt.
hydrate, so we need to take a drink.
Okay.
I need to go get a drink.
Thank you,
And I needed
JJ.
an excuse to do so I will be right back.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thank
Don't
you,
do
JJ.
anything too crazy while I'm gone.
You mean
We'll try.
create more flumps? For those of you who don't know, we are currently creating a city of flumps. We weren't quite sure where we were going to go with today's stream, but this is very much like it's just a round table of whatever we are going to create at the time. And we have come up with, we are creating a city of flumps. So currently we have our farmer flump, we have a coffee shop we're going to expand on, we have a tavern, we have a bookstore, and we have the School of Flump. Along with now we have the Flump Olympics and
And the Flump Fair and the
Flumps.
National Flumpstival.
Yes, the National Flump
Flump
School, which everyone wants to go
July.
to. 8 days of flump. It just gets worse. We'll focus on these for now because I feel if we develop too deep into this, we will be here forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, currently we have our farmer Flump who has prize truffle pigs for the Flump Fair that he raises. Former President Flump. God.
We could create an entire country out of this if we're not
I
careful.
feel like a flump country would actually be a lot of fun. I would live there. Boxing flumps. They'd
So,
just be flying into each other.
Well, I'll wait till Ben gets back, actually. So, in the meantime, we've got the Flump-Flip-Bix. I can't read my own notes.
To be
and
fair,
realizing
we've just
that
been saying flump or it's almost not a word anymore.
Flump-Flip-Bix. There we go. I missed the M in it, so when I actually went to read it out loud, my brain kind of broke. So, do we have, like, what kind of sports are in this?
I was gonna say something I
Boxing
just asked,
club?
like flump sports team. I feel like frisbee would actually be a lot of fun for flumps. Flump frisbee would actually be a lot of fun. I don't know what the rules would be for that, but it would be a lot of fun.
I'm not sure.
Ultimate flump. Yeah, ultimate frisbee.
Flump football could be dangerous though because if they land upside down, they cannot get themselves back up.
So that's why they have a ref. Can they help each other back up?
I don't know. I don't think the rule says anything about that. I just know that if they land upside down, they can't. They turtle essentially.
So then it begs the question of, do they have refs that help them back up? Do they have other species that live there that are helping them back up as the refs? I have follow-up questions for the flumps. I guess it would also depend on the DM because this is very much something that can be taken and dropped into pretty much anything. Like
Yeah.
a nationally recognized flumpstival.
Let's see.
Recognize. Because then going into
Oh, never mind. It can. I just read through the rules. Sorry.
Mhm.
So if the flump is knocked prone, roll a die. On an odd result, it lands upside down and is incapacitated. At the end of its turns, it can make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw, righting itself and ending the incapacitated condition if it succeeds.
Is this flumps?
Yes.
No,
so,
Ben,
yeah,
we've
flumps,
totally
if
moved
they
on from here.
knocked prone. So yeah, if they're not careful, like there would have to be some kind of rule that, like the sports always like if they had like flump football and whatnot, anything that could really knock them prone, like they might need supervision.
I like the idea that flumps need supervision. Um,
They that could be it. That could be it. Whenever the adventuring party goes to the town, it's the Flump Olympics, and they need to hire
yeah, see, because that's what I was just
adventurers
thinking.
to
Like,
referee effectively.
that's what I was thinking. Because like the plot hooks for here, like, oh, you have our farmer flump who, oh no, maybe one of his prized truffle pigs has been stolen, and they have to go like rescue the truffle pig, like,
Who
or
would do such a thing?
right, like who would steal?
Oh, that is
I bet
absolutely
you
how
it's
they
right.
talk, by the way.
Oh yeah. But no, because maybe our poor farmer Flump is missing his prized pig, and it's a week before the festival, and he's freaking out. Or
Yep.
then it's our Flump Olympics, and something is going on. Like there's plot hooks that the DM could very easily build into this
Oh, yeah.
city of Flumps. So we've got our farmer Flump who has prized truffle pigs for Flump Fair. He wears a straw hat and has a very nice and clean farm. We have our Flumpstival, which is nationally recognized by the nation for its games and its exhibitions. And we have every 4 years they have the Flump Olympics. And then other things to expand upon are our coffee shop, our tavern, our bookstore, and our school of Flump.
Amazing.
So if
I feel like
we had some sports, so we said, what kind of sports would our Flumps play? We talked about having Ben, as when you got up, we talked about having the a frisbee team, like Flump Frisbee, because I think that would be really
Yes.
funny. So
Yeah.
we'll say Flump Frisbee. The Flumpy Professor. Any military flump force. Well, flumps are good.
they're lawful
Yeah,
good.
they're like
They're
peaceful
lawful
creatures.
good. They're very peaceful creatures. So I feel that if they were ever attacked or anything like that, there's not really a reason for the flumps to be attacked. Like they're very peaceful people. But if
Yeah.
a DM was like Flump Force 1,
Flump force.
I feel like if the DM was to throw a threat at them, then he could just have the party be like, oh, the flumps are being attacked. Like somebody is.
Flump Force 1 is just one singular flump that knows how to carry a sword.
It's a
and that's
large
it.
flump. It's a large flump.
They're
It's
just like what? So this Flump Force 1 is just one flump, and he's just like, well, yes, it would be Flump Force 2 if there was two of us, wouldn't it?
Oh my god. All right, so I think that would be a
Love
good
it.
plot hook for the flumps maybe not having a strong military force because they're lawful good, and then having the DM be like, oh no, something is threatening them, like the party needs to go rescue that. So it's just another plot hook that can be added in there.
100%.
How about for the young flumps, they have the flump scouts?
Yes.
Because that like
Tiny
instantly.
flump scouts.
Well, because immediately my brain went, that could be a really fun plot of the party having to take a troop of young flumps, like on a non-dangerous, like
Camping trip.
that's adorable. a camping trip of young flumps. So we're gonna say
Amazing.
tiny flumps. Tiny flumps have flump scouts. Cool. Okay. Flump.
Do they?
Flumplings.
Flumplings.
Oh,
Tiny-
I love it.
Tiny flumps, parentheses, flumplings.
Amazing.
Flump.
Adventurers help the flump scouts earn their badges, and they'll need a flump.
Oh,
See, that's so cute.
Oh, it's so wholesome.
I would say that would be so much fun. As like the party's had some really emotional sessions the last couple of days, like the last couple of games. Let's just take the tiny flumps on a camping trip. Like that would be so cute.
Oh, amazing.
That would be so cute.
How many times do you have to help the poor tiny flumps like right themselves because Flaric and Flumfort keep falling over?
No. You guys literally float through the air. How did you trip?
How did you do this? They're just really clumsy.
Tripped over their own tentacles.
That'd
You
be so
literally
cute.
float. Can't you right yourself?
No.
No.
No. Oh, cute.
Oh.
Because those could be
This
some
guy-
really fun plot hooks.
This went from wholesome to ridiculously cute really fast.
It's great.
Welcome in. We are building we're doing a little bit of world building. This is a variant show where me and Ben will sit down with a guest and we build something random, or we just sit here and talk about D&D and things and projects. And today we
Sometimes
have the
dungeons.
sometimes dragons. And
Yeah.
so we are sitting here today with our lovely Nemo. And we have decided that we are going to build a city of flumps. So currently we are working on what that would look like. The society that they have, we currently have a farmer flump. We're going to be working on a coffee shop of flumps. We're going to be working on a tavern, a bookstore, and a school of flump. So we're just building
I want
a
it
city.
to be known that Flump Coffee is the best coffee.
Oh, I bet you it's
Like,
delicious.
ever.
I bet they put so much love into that. You could just... I bet
Yep.
it's so sweet. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to our coffee shop since we brought it up.
Mhm.
I to really want Matt to be the barista.
Just
You want Matt the flump?
Just
All right,
I want Matt the flump.
Matt the flump.
That really bad.
Matt the Flump.
He's just super chill, makes the best coffee.
I bet you he's really sweet.
Whenever he writes his name, though, he spells it wrong. He writes it M-A-T. That's it. That's it. It's
MAT.
M-A-T.
MAT.
That's my name.
Yep, Matt with
Ooh.
one T.
Flump macchiato.
You know?
Frumpkin spice latte.
I'm thinking cotton candy flump macchiato. Interesting. Okay, yeah. See, let's do. We'll create a really short menu of things that could be included. So we'll do
100%.
cotton candy, because that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Cool.
So
We'll say Matt, M-A-T, flump,
Yep.
the flump
M-A-T,
barista.
Matt.
We have a cotton candy.
could
Well,
do.
Well, we can say that his name's Matt, but whenever he writes his name down, he forgets the second T. He's
That's
like, "Oh, I
pretty cute.
forget there's a second one."
He's pretty cute. We like Matt. All right, so we'll say cotton candy, floral
Floral
gray tea. That's a good one.
Hmm.
I like that a lot. We'll do a great floral gray tea. Cool. Nemo, what is? I know you don't drink a lot of coffee, so what is a drink that you'd like to see included in our flump world?
Thinking back to my own barista days.
I was gonna say, think back on the barista that you used to be, and what's something you really enjoyed that our flumps may find really enjoyable.
I don't know. My favorite drink might be too heavy for flump press.
Cool. We'll
Uh,
add that.
Yeah, my favorite drink, because I was a barista at Starbucks. My favorite drink was the double shot over ice. So that's just espresso with vanilla and cream over ice, and then you just shake it. So I don't know what you'd really.
I think our
Can
flumps.
we have a
I think
pumpkin spice?
a flumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Yeah, pumpkin spice.
Flump.
Okay, there we go.
Flumpkin spice. All right. We could put like a vanilla one. I think the flumps would call it something cloud. I think they'd name it something cute.
Ooh,
Hmm.
So we have things I've added. Flump. shapes.
Flumpfilla.
Let's see. I do like the cookie dough. I don't know if our flumps would make flumpkins. If our flumps would make I was looking at the flumpkin spice and I was like,
I really want flumpkin jack-o'-lanterns to be a thing.
yes. During the Midsummer Festival,
Yeah.
what's the name of someone that works there? A flumperista. Yes. Yes, is the flumperista.
So Matt, who only spells his name with one T, is the flumperista.
Yes, we have Matt.
Yeah.
Favorite video game is Flump Night.
Oh no.
No. Hell no. Absolutely not.
Okay, so we have
Flump Night is banned.
So we have our cotton candy, we have our floral gray tea, we have our flump espresso, we have our flumpkin spice. I think this is looking like a good menu.
This is
Yeah.
great. I know I'm just gonna get a message in a minute that's just all of that. I'll be like, what? Oh.
You're like, why are you sending me this, Ivy? I love dishes and cake pops at coffee shops. Okay, I think cake pops would definitely be something the Flumps would have. I think they would be in the shapes of another D&D creature, whether that's a cake pop beholder or, you know what, maybe have flumpsons, like muffins.
Yeah, they're in the shape of beholders, and they're just like, oh, beholders are just our angry cousins.
We'll do cake pop beholders. I think that's a good one to add to go along with our drinks here, since we've got a couple of different options.
So, next in my notes is the diner slash tavern, and I was like, oh, while we're talking about the coffee shop stuff, like, you know, what would be an item that they might sell? And I was like, ham and cheese, flump and cheese, and I was like, no,
No. No.
no flump.
Well, okay, on the menu it says flump and cheese just because they replace words. And then when you're like, is this actual flump cheese?
And they were like,
Oh,
no, we would
silly.
never.
That would be cannibalism.
We would never eat. Like, no.
You would never do that. You silly.
All right, so I'm gonna keep that then. Back to the angry cousin.
Yeah, our angry cousin cake pop beholders. Fluffins for the muffins is pretty cute. We'll see.
I like the idea of fluffins and flump cakes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
We'll have. Let's see. We'll have blueberry and goodberry fluffins.
Yes.
To add a little bit of D&D in there.
Heck yeah.
Yes, we did talk earlier about how they replaced their curse words with flump. We said summon of a flump and flump you, and yes, they would. Because I think that they would find it funny. They probably could actually curse, but they think it's really funny in their culture. All right, let's see.
And it seems to confuse people. So
yeah, they're like, you know, people seem more confused if we're insulting them or not. So, is the tavern named McFlumps? You are the second person to make that joke, so we must be doing a good job. All right, so with our coffee shop, we have cake pop beholders and blueberry and goodberry fluffins, and we said flump cakes.
you could do
Flump
like
cakes.
chocolate flump cakes.
Ooh.
Chocolate flump cakes. Yes.
Chocolate flump cakes. Chocolate flump
Oh my
cakes.
god. And it's in like the shape of like a regular, like it's like in the shape of a flump, and then it has like two little flakes in the top for its antennas.
My god.
For the eyes, I love it.
Yes.
Flump cakes. Flumpberry. Okay, so we'll say that's good on our coffee shop for now. So to recap on our coffee shop, we've
The
got
flump cakes would actually do really well at the diner.
they would actually.
Mm.
All right, so with our coffee shop, we have Matt, who spells his name with one T on all the cups, for some reason. So we have Matt the Flump, it's the Flumprista. We have a cotton candy Flumpchino. We have flurry gray tea, a Flumpresso, and Flumpkin spice. And we have cake poppy holders and blueberry and goodberry fluffkins and chocolate flump cakes. I think that's a pretty good menu.
That's a pretty good menu. That's so
Flumpy
good.
cheese.
And we'll add flump and cheese on there just because I think it's funny.
So flump cheese and flumpberry flump cakes are at the diner so far.
Yes, I think flump and cheese at the diner, and flumpberry flump cakes. Flumpberry.
These board adventurers are going to be so confused going into the restaurants, thinking that they're actually selling like each other.
Yeah. All right, so we have flump and cheese. We have flumpberry flump cakes. What's a specialty drink that our diner / tavern would have? I think that they need a specialty.
Could do something like a flump float.
Ooh, like a root beer float.
Ooh, yes.
A flump float. I think that's a good one. That's a very good one.
I was trying to think of how to transfer that name over, and it was just Flump Float.
Yep, that's it.
Flump float.
I'm just putting it in a note. Let's see. Flumpville, Flumpkin, Flumps, Winnie's. Flumfrida. Ooh. Alright, so we have, I'm gonna put tavern/diner. Ooh. Flump cream, like an egg cream. Interesting.
I don't know what it would be, but we need a Flump Busters.
A Flumpbusters!
I don't know what they would sell, but we need one.
Flumpkin Ale.
I was about to say, like, that would be like a pumpkin ale. I like that.
Yeah.
That, because, let's see, Flumpkin. I like how Flumpkin is now a word in my phone. Cool. Alright, we have a Flumpkin ale.
Perfect.
Like Dave and Buster's. Damn, I've been banned from Dave and Buster's. Flumpin' Busters.
Damn, I've been banned from Flumpin' Busters. Welcome back to Sometimes Dragons, Sometimes Dragons. Oh my god, this is
Welcome back to Sometimes Dragons, where we build a Flump city.
Things I wasn't ready for in my life.
Oh boy. I just feel bad for all the adventurers who are like so used to everything being booby trapped, who are going to show up to this town and everything's just super wholesome and super just.
They're not going to know what to do, but
fine.
that also is going to lead to like some interesting plot hooks for the DM of whether there's an underground like. Ben, we've experienced firsthand how a town seems nice, and then we have Obelix that are actually underneath. So, like, I think like a DM could very much make it.
Oh my god! There's a flump. There's an elder brain that's disguised itself as a flump.
Ooh, like, because my first thought was, I know we have not faced one, and God, I would hate to. But a false Hydra.
Oh.
Like. A DM could very much take this like, oh, a cute wholesome town, and maybe it is, but there might be something secretly in the background that's I think that this would be a very good cover, because I think that this would raise a lot of alarms for any of normal D&D party of having to face dragons or having to face an elder brain, an Obelix, and everything else, and suddenly being like, oh, this town is very wholesome, I'm sus.
I now need to put this into my future evil campaign that I was telling you guys about with the cult.
Oh yeah, I need that.
I think that makes a lot of sense to me. So
all the best Flump movies like Flump and Flumper and Finding Flumpfo and Daddy Flump Care.
Okay, so. And plus, I think that even having fake Hydra as the god they worship, ooh, that'd be interesting.
Interesting.
False Hydras are terrifying. Make sure you stock up on Floamtions for your adventure.
Oh yeah, God.
Do we actually have a shop?
We don't, so we'll do...
Like a general store.
Yeah, like a general store. So we'll do our lovely farmer flump. I have our tiny flumps. We'll do our coffee shop. We'll do our tavern/diner. We'll do the bookstore, school of flump, and then we'll do a general store, and we'll leave it at that because I feel like that's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah.
Just as a general basis of a start, this is very much something a DM could expand upon and be like, well,
oh yeah, 100%.
Well, maybe there's not like a particular thing they're looking for, so we're gonna make one. But I think that's what we'll do.
I sell Flump Pain and Flump Pain accessories.
I sell Flump Pain. Wow. Okay, cool. So we have with our lovely tavern/diner, we have Flump and Cheese, Flumpberry Flump Cakes, Flump Float, which is like a fruit beer float. We have a Flumpkin Ale. What else would we like to include in our
We need a pie.
Ooh, you're right.
Flumpkin pie.
Flumpkin pie. Is it actually taste like pumpkin pie, or do we think it's something else? They're just saying flump pie, like Flumpkin pie.
I would love to think that they found something that they thought were pumpkins.
Yeah.
But they actually weren't, and they've just been using that for like a couple hundred years. but it's
Yeah.
actually like some kind of really strange
No one's had
gourd.
the heart to tell them because it tastes so good.
You know, I think
Yeah, like they really enjoy it, but it's very clearly not pumpkin.
Yeah.
Flumpberry pie. We'll do two pies. We'll do flumpberry pie and we'll do a flumpkin pie. And I'm sure the DM could decide what those actually are if they have like a particular berry that's native to wherever they're doing. But
What if you ask if the players want a menu and no one does? All this flumpkin work for nothing.
Flumpberry pie. Okay, cool. So we have our flump and cheese. We have our flumpberry flump cakes. We have our flump float, our flumpkin ale, our flumpkin pie, and our flumpberry pie. I think that's a pretty
Yes.
decent menu. I think that would be a
That's
a
pretty
diner
decent.
I would go to.
100%.
I think I would eat there. I think being served by a flump would be pretty cool.
Kind of want them to have like a
zestness.
flump sign.
Roll for zestness.
For what?
It's a 15. Good berries so they can use leftovers as quick healing. That would be an interesting one. I guess I'll take my pie with me.
Do you want this in or to go?
Alright.
I really like the idea that the tavern / diner has like a little flump shaped open sign.
Yes. Are you sure you don't want a menu?
Since a lot of the D&D games don't really have, much in the way of electricity, so like a little neon flump sign wouldn't really be a thing.
No, but if it was
Usually.
a world that did have them, you could include it.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that should be good on our own diner. Well, wait, we didn't create an NPC for our diner. Who is our
Oh, that's true. Let's see.
who's our-
We can have, there's Flump Tasha.
Ooh, I think Flumtosh would be a good one. We'll do
Flumptasha.
Flumptasha
Heck
as
yeah.
our diner owner. She's great. She wears a little pink apron and everything. Like,
Yep.
she's great. Everybody loves her. Like she's just a sweetheart.
100%.
Everyone loves her. Everyone loves her.
Bubbly and adorable.
Yep. A pink. Her and Matt actually like each other, but they won't tell each other that. All right, let's see here.
I love it.
All right, everyone loves her. Where's the pink?
Are we
apron?
creating gossip for our
She
Flumptown
gives
now?
the best
Is that really
hugs.
where we've got to?
I like that as a note for Flumptosh is that she gives the best hugs. Like,
Oh yeah,
I think
100%.
that is such a cute. We'll add that. She gives.
She gives the best hugs, but to anyone watching who doesn't know, it looks like trying to fucking eat him like an octopus.
All right,
It's like, come here for a big hug. I'm being eaten
She
alive.
gives the best hugs. Cool. Okay, so with our bookstore, we'll do our bookstore, our School of Flump, and our general store. So we'll do our bookstore, and then after our bookstore, we'll take a 10-minute break, and then come back and do our school and our
Alright.
general store.
Perfect.
Fleric is the grumpy town protector.
I love it.
All right, so we'll do our bookstore. So
Flumfort.
Flumpfort, I like that. Flumpfort.
I'm like looking back up at the beginning of my notes where I copied down all those names.
Flumpfort.
Flumps and Noble.
Flumps and Noble. All right, so the bookstore we will name Flumps. Flumps.
Flumps?
Flumps and Noble.
Flumps?
Flumps and Noble. Flumfort runs it.
Flumpfort is the
I
owner.
really want Flumfort to have like a cute little set of like wire glass, like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
wire rimmed glasses.
Yeah, like
But he's got them like kind of tied to the stalks because otherwise they won't.
It's like
stay
two
on.
monocles.
Yes, yes.
because that was
They
exactly
couldn't
how I
find
pictured
glasses
him.
that fit right, so he's just got a monocle for each eye. Goose flumps.
Goose flumps. Ooh, I've got goose flumps.
Ooh, I've got goose flumps. God damn it, that's so cute. All right, we'll say so. So titles will in our Flumps and Noble we have Goose Flumps, which is a great book. We have Goose Flumps. We have what's
Probably
a
need a Legend of the Flump in there.
We do need a Legend of the Flumps. Do we call it just Legend of Flump?
Legend of Flump. It's a book.
Yes.
It's a book about a flump called Pink.
Cute.
Lord of the Flumps.
Lord of the Flumps.
What are the flumps?
Perfect.
That kind of reminds me of the Lord of the Flies thing, though.
Yeah.
That can
Oh,
either
no.
be Lord of the Rings or Lord of the Flies. He has a
You don't know
customer
until you
loyalty
read it.
program Flumpkin reward
It's
card.
okay. It's literally Lord of the Flies, but like it's
Flumps
been
and
adapted to have
dragons.
like no violence in it,
How
so
did
it's
we
like
miss
super
that?
weird.
Flumps and dragons.
Flumps and Dragons. That the
Flumps and dragons.
No, it's
I would
Flumps and
love for that
Flagons.
to be
From Flumps and Flagons.
Flumps and Flagons. I would love for that to be a board game, though, that the Flumplings play.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Yep.
thinking. Like when we take our little Flump Scouts on our camping trip, that's what the adventurers are teaching them to play.
Yes.
Which is literally just D&D players as their players teaching other NPCs how to play D&D.
This is way too cute.
I was like,
This is getting too meta.
a kid's book calls Where's Flumpto? And I think that's
Where's
cute.
Flumpto?
Where's-
Yes.
Where's Flumpfo?
So that gives us 4 books and a game.
Yep.
Yes.
That's fabulous.
Can we also have one called Flumps for Dummies, which is just a history of flumps?
Flumps for Dummies. I feel like our adventurers would need that. Flumps for Dummies.
Similar to a short history on dwarves.
Yeah, similar to Short History on Dwarves. And the Long History of Dwarves.
Yeah.
So, what would be... Oh, we got a stretch. Okay, alright. Oh, cool. Thank you, Emerald. We needed it. We got a stretch,
Woo.
Ben. Got a stretch.
Stretch.
Cool. Thank you, Emerald.
Galaxy.
We appreciate you. A Flump's
Oh.
Guide to the Galaxy. That's a good one. The Flumpkins code, like the Da Vinci Code.
These are fabulous.
These are really good. You guys are such creative people. I'm very much
Chat
enjoying
is
our chat.
amazing.
Our chat is great.
This is why we love doing this on stream. It's just
I know,
you can
that's-
just get great input from the chat.
I know. All right. Let's see. So we'll add. Dear Flump, it's me, Flump.
Oh my god.
Ah, that's cute. Let me make sure I'm getting all these.
Good night, Flump.
Good night, Flump. Oh.
Precious.
Yes. You need that one.
This is beautiful.
This is wonderful.
All right. Dear Flump, it's me, Flump. Cute. All right. Super Flump. Okay, so
Could
There's
Super
some fun.
Flump? No, I don't like Superman. Never mind.
so we have our bookstore owner, Flumpert.
Super Flump versus Bat Flump.
So we have our bookstore owner, Flumpert, who wears glasses. They're actually just monocles tied together. Because they couldn't find ones that fit. They have Goose Flumps, Legend of the Flump, About the Hero, Pink. Lord of the Flumps, Where's Flumpo, Flumps for Dummies, A Flump's Guide to the Galaxy, The Flump's Code, Dear Flump, It's Me Flump. And we have Flumps and Flagons, a game.
Amazing.
I think that we need to include a Magic the Gathering version for the Flumps.
Flump the Gathering.
Flump the Gathering.
Flumpstone.
Flumpstone.
Like Hearthstone.
It's like
Flumpstone.
Hearthstone. Yeah. Flumpstone and Flump the Gathering. Flump the Gathering. Cool.
Fabulous.
Oh, we got a hydrate from the lovely Sab. Thank you, Sab.
Hydrate.
Hydrate check. Thank you. Do they sell records like Flump 182, Blackbelt Flumps, and Taylor Flump?
Yes. They are all famous Flump artists.
I love it.
I feel seen.
Where are you?
Where are
And
you?
I'm so flumpy.
The rolling flumps.
Will someone please clip Ben doing that? That way I can send it out later. I need that clip of just, where are you? And I'm so flumpy. The rolling flumps.
The rolling flumps. Oh my
Okay, so we have
god.
a good variety.
I mean, that could be
of
like a back area to the bookstore.
like the record
Flump.
shop. Like,
Yeah.
Flumpkin Park.
Like you got like the
Flumpkin
music
Park.
section.
Flump at the disco.
Flump at the disco.
Yeah, it's got like a little music section in the back, and once the party actually gets there, they're gonna be looking through these like, why, how?
I think how you could manage that for like a D&D, like a normal like 5e like fantasy world, like high fantasy, you could do it as scrolls and have like music scrolls instead of records,
Yeah.
Yes,
because that's something I actually don't think I've seen is like scrolls that have music on them. Normally
Musical
people are like,
scrolls.
oh, like
Heck
bards,
yeah.
but I'm like, musical scrolls would be pretty cool.
I'm writing these down.
I think that would be really fun, actually. I flump in with a haven't you flump ever heard of flumping the flumping door? So bad, God.
Oh my god,
Where are
amazing.
you? And I'm so flumpy.
Oh, amazing.
Cool. We're a little bit of a mess, but that's fine.
It's so
Alright.
good.
All right, let's see here.
That's what makes it interesting.
So we have our books, we have our Flumps and Flagons, our game, our Flumpstone, Flump the Gathering. I'll just put a note in here that there's music scrolls in the back. Music scrolls.
Yes.
Music scrolls. Like a record shop. And
If you're
flumpy, and
flumping,
you know,
so
flump your arms. That's so cute. Can the record shop please be called Flumpin' Rhythm of My Heart?
Oh my
Flumpin' of
god.
My heart. That's so cute. Oh. Okay, let's see. So, we'll have to add on to the bands later. So let's see. We have Flump 182. Oh, these are good.
Yeah, Blackbill flumps, Taylor flump, the rolling flumps.
I like how the rolling flumps imply that they just got stuck on their backs.
Oh, no.
Like that's what makes it really funny to me.
That's what the entire that's what all the songs in Scroll are about.
I see that. All right, what did you say, Ben? Panic at the Flump.
Panic at the Flump.
Panic at the Flump.
No, it was Flump at the disco.
Flump at the disco. Flump.
Panic at the Flump
Panic at the
is
The rival band.
secondary to the rolling flumps. So
Poetry
happens after you
is,
right?
shall I compare thee to a summer flump?
Oh.
All right, so flump at.
By
It's going
flump
so
sphere.
much deeper than I would have ever guessed.
Is there a theater geek flump at the school who plays Flump and Flagons? There is. I think there is. I think Flumps
Oh,
and
yeah.
Flagons is actually like a very encouraged thing in the society.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Flumps very much like strive to have diversity as well as inclusivity. Like they're like, yes,
Oh, 100%.
we're going to include all things. If you have these things, go for it. All right, so we have Flump 182, Blackfield Flumps, Taylor Flumps, the Rolling Flumps, Flump at the Disco. I like how they changed disco to Discord. That's not what I wanted.
Flump at the disco.
Flump at the Discord. Uptown Flump. The Taming of the Flump.
Down Flump.
Uptown Flump. Uptown Flump. We'll add that one on there. Okay, cool. All right, so we have a pretty good list here, I think, for music scrolls, and we'll add on to that later, I'm sure. So I think we will take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back and do our School of Flump and our general store and get those made. So
Heck yeah.
we'll be back in 10 minutes. Guys, go get some water, go stretch, get up, move around, and then we'll be back to make more flumps. So
Heck yeah.
keep that in mind. We're going to work on our School of Flump and our general store. So come back with your ideas, and we will be back in 10 minutes.
Woo. See y'all soon. amazing. This is so good.
Absolutely ridiculous. I love
I'm
this.
I'm
It's pretty cute. And we are back. Welcome back.
Wow!
Wow.
Hello!
Cool.
Hello, everybody!
Nemo wasn't prepared for us.
I put my Pepsi down and I was like, I'm good. And all of a sudden,
I'm not good.
No, the chocolate and the Pepsi did not agree.
Oh,
Okay.
fair. Okay. So,
We can continue our lovely town of.
hi,
of
chat.
Flumpington.
Wow. I like how the chat was also like, wow. Cool. Awesome. All right. So, to recap, we have made a farmer flump with some flump Olympics, some flump frisbee. We've made some tiny flump scouts. We made a coffee shop. We've made a tavern/diner. We've made a bookstore with a bunch of really cool book titles and some games and a music shop, like a record shop in the back with some music scrolls. We've created, and now we are going to work on our School of Flump and our general store. Flump PR. Oh no, does anyone know Flump PR? uh, so
Amazing.
our School of Flump. Somebody had also commented that we could have a University of Flump if we wanted to, which I was Flump stars. Thanks for Flump School.
Amazing.
We appreciate that. Okay, so School of Flump.
What if there was a school of flump in the town, and then there was another like high-end university that yes, that flumps would actually go to.
Okay, so we have our school and we have our university. How do you still have the page of Flump pulled up, Nemo? I was going to say,
Yeah.
how long does a Flump live?
Oh,
Because that will decide our
Yeah,
age
what's our
range of
lifespan?
Flump school and university.
let's see.
Instead of movies, the Flump schools have plays. I think that is correct. I think I can do that. I can absolutely see that.
Random fun fact: if anyone did go to the town to attack them or had evil intentions, when facing creatures that exude evil, a flump flees.
Oh.
Also, they would probably need to be near something because they're passive parasites.
Interesting.
So we just made a town of parasites.
I mean, is that really any worse than a town full of obelix, though?
Okay, that's true.
See? Okay. So we're good then. Also, we had Flump and Flumpette, the Flumping Tree, the Giving Tree also book, Flumplet, which is Hamlet, Flump School Musical, Beauty and the Flump, Into the Flumps, Into the Woods, Flump, which is Grease, Flumphamia, that's funny, the BFF, Big Friendly Flump. These are quality.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
These are absolute quality.
Sweet.
I love
And
that very
it
much.
does not actually say. It just mentions like how intelligent and wise they are, how they
Interesting.
communicate,
Interesting.
and that, by the way, there's no need for a leader in this town since all flumps contribute in their own way.
I was say because
Yeah.
everybody kind of has their own things here. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I have just looked it up, and the Forgotten Realms wiki says their lifespan is about 20 years. So
Okay.
they actually don't live as long as I thought, which is interesting.
5 years of school, 5 years of, 3 years of
Let me
of
go in and
Flump University. and they go out into the world.
Make sure this is correct. 'Cause that
That's
seems
7
really
years old.
Short. That seems really short for them. That's why I was like, let me go see if this is correct. Flump traits. Age. Although flumps reach physical maturity at about the same age as humans, the flump's understanding of adulthood goes beyond physical growth to encompass worldly knowledge. A flump typically claims adulthood around the age of 20 and can live to be 350.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
I thought
That
that-
sounds.
I thought they weigh about 15 pounds each and they're about 3 feet across. Your size is small. Cute.
So yeah, as long as they live peacefully, like.
Which I think that this is a pretty peaceful city. That's not very flump of them. So
That's not very cash flump of them.
That's not very cash flump of them. I'm going to be working this into daily conversation now.
Yeah.
Ben catching on
Yeah.
the realms on Monday, being like, "That's not very cash flump of them,"
It's not very cash flump of you.
and no one's gonna understand. Cool. Okay, so all right.
That's
so our
perfect.
School of Flump they reach adulthood about the same as humans, so they could have a couple of years of slump, but they're also highly intelligent creatures, so I don't know if they would need as much schooling as your typical.
They're so intelligent because they have such good universities. Wow.
That wasn't very cash flumpy of you.
What if they feed off only Gothic chainsaw, so that's why he is the way he is?
No.
Our precious Gothic chainsaw. Okay, so our school
Our
plan.
son.
So are we doing 12 years of flump school, or do you think they need less than that?
I mean, they could need less than that, maybe, and then they go off usually into like careers of some sort that
So,
lets
like,
them
trade
learn like their
schools.
trade.
Yeah.
Because they all have a purpose. So maybe 8 years of flump school, 8 years of
Yeah.
flump school, and then
Yeah.
from there they go into trade schools.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. Oh, into trade
So-
schools. Cool.
So, would Frederick, Larry, Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Hamilton be the principal or the dean? Where are we putting him?
So you said flump topic, and I had actually thought about that, but I was like, I don't want to be the goth on stream that immediately mentions hot topic.
What?
So I'm glad somebody else brought it up. What? Have you seen what I'm wearing today, Ben? I'm just
The one time I did decide not to wear my black lipstick.
I know, right? That's okay. I wore it for the both
Oh,
of us.
boy.
That works.
All right, so I think that he's probably the dean. I feel like he would be the dean.
Okay.
So
Our Frederick, Larry, Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Hamilton. I'm getting better.
yeah, right.
We're getting there.
Okay, perfect.
Flump fun, flump topic.
Okay, maybe we're not getting there. Huh?
I can read Frederick, Larry, Ulfric, Michael, Percival, Hamilton. Flump.
Flump.
But I cannot read flump fun, flump topip.
It's like
apparently.
tongue twisters now. Like flump is not going to be
Yeah.
a real word after this. We're just gonna be like, that's not a real word. I've said it too many
Basically.
times.
It's gonna pop up all over your phone now, though.
I know.
In various ways, though, because of the different ways you've added it.
Hmm.
Okay, so do we have? So then the question is, I guess, would this go in like grades, or
would have
would
to
it
do
be in?
by intelligence almost. Like they would have to decide differently since they're such intelligent creatures, anyways.
To like
Flumped up
stages?
cakes!
So you could do it. I mean, they
Maybe
could
their
do like a
assessments
level
would be
of
different.
like groups.
Yeah, I think their assessments would be different. I think that they'd have to.
No standardized tests for the flumps.
I would say no standardized tests for the flumps, and then put that on
Yo.
it. No standardized tests for the flumps. That's something I would put on my bag. No standardized tests for the flumps.
Then, okay. So we need a teacher then.
Yes, because our other one is the dean of the university.
Yeah. Let's see. My notes of flump names have gotten mixed into the other flump notes. And
Oh,
we've kind of
no.
losing our minds now.
It's all a big flumpy mess now.
Yes.
I wanna go
Forever
shop at
Flumpy
Forever
one.
Flump one.
That's perfect.
Oh God. You guys,
I think we need a new name
okay,
'cause-
so teacher.
because we've got Flumfert and we've got
8 years.
Flumtasha and Matt
And Matt.
Matt.
That's my favorite.
and Farmer Flump.
And Farmer Flump.
Well, let's see. We've got Flaric still.
Ooh, I like. We could put Flaric as a teacher.
Flare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flaric. Yeah. Our flump Flaric is the teacher.
Flare.
Flump Flaric. All right, 8 years of
Flump teacher.
Um,
This I feel like this would be like the mildly grumpy but caring teacher.
yeah, I feel that's correct.
Look, guys, I'm a teacher, so I'm obliged to be grumpy, but also I love my job, so.
Yes. Yes.
The cafeteria chef should be Flavid.
Flavin. It's like Gavin. Oh my god, yes.
What if the cafeteria is just where Gothic Chainsaw goes to have lunch each day, and so they go in and sit with him, and they can have like conversations and whatnot with him, but in reality they're actually just feeding off of him the whole time.
Oh my god. Oh no.
And this is how we come full circle.
This is how we come full
Oh
circle.
no.
Fleric. Okay, cool. Teacher, and then we have our dean, Mr. Flump, whose name just spells Flump.
Yes.
I will make notes of that. Cool. And then our last one that we had on our list was our general store, because we were talking about potions, and that our adventurers would probably need to buy some potions at some point.
Yes.
And what would that look like? So our general store. So we will need a store owner.
Flumpsy
Flumpsy.
for our Chelsea.
Flumpsy, yeah.
Flumpsy.
Because that was the one I wanted to save for the general store.
So
Yeah.
it would be
Right.
Flumps.
Flumpsy.
How do you spell Flumpsy? Like S-I?
I just put it as Flump and then SEE for
S-E,
now.
okay.
I guess it would
Yeah.
technically be
Flumpsy.
That's
S-A,
cute. I
but-
like the EE at the end. Flumpsy. Okay. Owner. Cool. Let's see. Because Flumps are non-binary, correct? Are they like they don't really have a gender?
Mhm.
So
As far as I know, they don't really have a gender now.
which not that it would matter to them anyways. Like they're just a happy community.
Mhm.
Flumps are the perfect society.
Flumps are the perfect society.
Flumps are the
Prove me
perfect
wrong. You
society.
can't. You
Oh my
cannot.
That's actually really interesting. Okay, cool. So we have flotions, which are our potions, and you could probably take the basic stats of like health potions, etc., and just add them into the flotions, and then be like, oh yes, these are the flotions I sell. What's something that they would have specifically at the store that they wouldn't have anywhere else
Ooh.
for our flump? What's something unique to our flumps?
Obviously the gift shop.
They have flump bottle, like they have
Bottle openers.
yeah.
Bottle.
We have flump bottle openers. I'm gonna put
You
the
also need
general store
you also need the
slash
stuffed
gift shop.
plumps.
Stuffed flumps.
Yes. Yes.
The plump plushies.
Okay, so we have flump bottle openers.
They're like those octopus plushies where you can flip them inside out and it's just different
Yes!
colored one.
That would be perfect.
Flump plushies. So we have.
Oh my
flotions,
god!
flump bottle
You know how we
openers.
made the joke about their angry cousins before? You flip it over and it's a beholder.
That's actually precious.
Yes. Flumpy bugs.
Flumpy mugs. Maybe books with psychic spells since they. Ooh, I feel like the bookstore should sell those. I will add that because I feel like that would be a pretty cool thing to add.
I like that you asked about like what this would sell that nowhere else has. Thinking like potions and utility stuff, and we're just like plushies, bottle openers, bugs.
Plushies.
Well, I've now created not only I've named it. I'm the number one flump. That's what the
Number
mugs
one
say.
flump.
Number one flump, best flump. I've created. I had on here general store in my notes, but now it's general store slash gift shop with flumps,
Okay.
owner flotions, flump bottle openers, flump plushies.
So the mug that says I'm the number one flump on it, underneath in brackets says, but all the other flumps are pretty good too.
Oh, like a very wholesome mug.
Yeah,
Yes, because no flump is above another.
That's right.
exactly. Apart from when they literally float, above each other.
Let's see. Now for
Flummy's varsity shirt with FU and big leather shoes.
Yes, and the best
But
thing is that they don't get the joke. They don't
why
get the
it's
joke,
funny.
and no one will tell
Yeah.
them.
No, who wants to explain that to the flumps? They're just gonna get.
I love the idea.
What,
though,
what
that
school do you go
shirts
to?
are For the
FU.
flump.
What was that, Nemo?
Sorry. I like the idea though that all the shirts are made specifically for the flumps, so they've got all the little like tendril
Yeah.
holes,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
on the back behind their eye stalks, that's where the FU is.
There could just be a gift card section with all the wholesome stuff. I could see them having
Yeah.
gift cards. All right, we'll put a card section.
Flump cards in the card section.
Yep, flump cards.
Mhm.
Flump cards. Cool. I like how we just have like a cute gift shop such general store now. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because after your adventures have to deal with so many threats and things, this would be just the funniest thing to throw them into.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's super suspicious of these flumps, and the flumps are like, I don't understand what the issue is. Like, why are you guys acting like so weird? Trying to investigate everything. I imagine there being like recon missions, and
Mm.
everything's just normal, and they don't understand what's wrong.
Yeah.
The flumps are like, I don't know. I feel like the flumps would also be nice enough where they would just like fake like something was wrong, just to give the party something to do. Like, oh yeah, this is totally going on. Save us.
Oh no. One of our flumps has fallen upside down. Oh no. Is this a flump in the middle of the street? Oh no. I am upside down. If only an adventuring party would come and save me. Just flipping back. Wow, thanks guys.
Wow, he has the best adventures.
You guys can like
Flump has
fly,
fallen
right?
and can't get up.
Help, I'm falling. Help, I'm falling. I can't get up.
I've fallen.
Help, I
and I
floated and I can't get up.
Flump alert.
Oh, what about flump hats? That's just a cute looking jellyfish looking hat with all the tendrils hanging off your head.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Okay.
Amazing.
Alright, cool. So, flump hats. The adventurers totally would need that. Like, that's something that they need in their lives.
Flump merch. This is
I
amazing.
need some flump merch. Like,
Yup.
There are things I need in my life.
Schooner or Lather on TikTok, who me and Ben know very much loves their flumps, and so I think that this is something that she very much would need in her life.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Cool. Flump hats? Awesome.
So I kind of like the idea now that like they go into the general store and they've got flotions,
Hmm.
but
Mm.
like beyond that, they're looking for like gear for the road, and because the flumps don't really, they just kind of chill in their town, and you know they don't really go out fighting or anything, so they just have merch.
Yeah.
I
They just
love
have a
that
bunch of really just wholesome, kind of useless shit.
Yeah.
It's like because I reckon it's one of those towns where it's like a holiday destination. Like you don't need stuff, you just need holiday merch shit. That's it.
Yeah,
You've brought everything with you that you need,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
perfect. Alright, so, just to recap here, we'll get. So I'm going to send Ben this whole message in a second. Alright, so.
Yep.
We've got our lovely farmer Flump who raises prized truffle pigs. For the Flump fairy cheer, he wears they wear a straw hat. He has a very nice and clean farm. And a tie-in for the DM of something you could use for that is, oh, he's missing his prized truffle pig. You have to go find it. A cute little fetch quest for the party to do. There's the Flumpsful, which is the nationally recognized festival of the Flumps. It's got games and exhibits and things like that. And then every 4 years we have the Flump Olympics. We also added on here Flump Frisbee because that would be really funny to watch. Our tiny Flumps, or our Flumplings, have Flump Scouts. So tie-in for that would be having your party take them on a camping trip and having them face a small threat, or just hanging out and having a fun time with the little Flumpkins. Coffee shop, we have Matt the Flump, which is the Flump Barista. We have a cotton candy flumpuccino, we have a flurry gray tea, we have a flump presso, and we have flumpkin spice, which sounds really good actually. We have our coffee holders, we have blueberry and goodberry fluffins, the little chocolate flump cakes, and we have our diner or slash tavern with Flump Tasha, who's the owner. Everyone loves her. They wear a pink apron, and she gives the best hugs. She has flump and cheese, flumpberry flump cakes, flump float, flumpkin ale, flumpkin pie, flumpkin berry pie. And then we have our bookstore, which is Flumpson Noble. Flumpert, our owner, who wears wire glasses, but they're really just two monocles tied together because they couldn't find something to fit. We have Goose Flumps, Legend of the Flump, about the hero Pink, Lord of the Flumps, Where's Flump Though, Flumps for Dummies, A Flump's Guide to the Galaxy, The Flumps Code, Dear Flump, It's Me Flump. Um, and we have Flumps and Flagons, Flumpstone, Flump the Gathering, and we have our music scrolls, which is like a record shop in the back. And some of the examples were Flump 182, Black-Billed Flumps, Taylor Flumps, The Rolling Flumps, Flump the Disco, Uptown Flump. Um, our school of Flump, it's 8 years of Flump school, and then you go on to a trade school. And then our University of Flump, our general store has Flumpsy, who's the owner, with Flotions, Flump, Flump bottle openers, Flump plushies, which you flip it inside out, and it's a beholder. Number one Flump mugs. The bottom says all other Flumps are okay too. Card section, which is Flump cards, Flump hats. Yeah, that's pretty filled out.
This town is great. This
town
is the
my
best.
favorite.
This is so
I
good.
love it so much.
It's one of the best, but I'm gonna send you this message so when you see this long paragraph, just
Dang.
be prepared. Um, cool. Cool. Can we think of anything else we'd like to add before we end for the evening? I know we
I
talked
think-
about Flump topic. I think that that's stuff you could add in after, like, during the campaign, because you can flavor it
Yeah.
however you need to. I was telling Ben during the break that this might be need to be a one shot I run at some point.
Oh,
the
yeah.
adventures going into this town. Did we decide on Mimicton for this town? Is that what we decided on calling it, or did we want to come up with a different name?
I reckon it should be like a city, but it should just be called Flumptown. It's like
Just
wouldn't it be
Flump
Flump City? No, Flumptown.
No, Flumptown.
It's just it's a town. We just put an extension on it.
We just put an extension on it.
That's adorable. No, I really like the idea of Flump Town because it kind of fits with everything else that we've put in.
It definitely feels. It feels like they are all very connected, very much a community because they all have their own goals.
Yeah.
And things.
It's the perfect society. We've said this.
It is. Flumps with the perfect society.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about the gender issues or the exclusivity. Like they're all inclusive. See, we all just need to be Flumps.
I mean,
Yo.
I feel that right
We could just be. We could
Yeah.
all just be Flumps. I feel like that's a good option. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Could we petition to all be Flumps?
Yes. I would sign that petition. I would.
I'm gonna make a petition of everyone turns into Flumps.
I'm all here for it.
We got
I
this, we
am
got-
so here for
Yeah,
that.
I think a one shot of Flumptown might need to be a thing, honestly. That might need to be something I run in the
100%.
future. I don't know who. I don't think I would give any context either. I think I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna run a one shot. All you have to do is say yes. Like, you don't get any other context than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a lot of fun. The whole goal is just like either something with like there's an underlining factor of either like the false Hydra like we talked about, or just taking
Yeah.
the little flumplings on a camping trip. There could be a couple of different plot hooks that could be a lot of fun.
That's very
Mhm.
true.
It has been asked Flump Town or Flumpton.
What's it?
Flumptown or
I think Flumptown. I think that they consider
Flumptown, yeah.
themselves more of a community than like a
Mm.
metropolis or anything like that. Even though they might be, I think they
Yeah.
consider themselves very much a town and close. What if, because they're so passive, they don't sell weapons, but weapon holders like sheaths or like mittens for your blades?
Oh, there is definitely a Flump who knits.
Oh,
100%.
100%. 100%. I bet you they make mittens for your blades.
It's something you can do at the general store. You can specifically
Commission.
put commission to order a just a knitted anything. Basically, that would be so good.
Yes, I would like one mitten for my blade.
Okay.
Oh, that
I
would be
can
so
do that.
cute. Like, that interaction would be a lot of fun.
This is
Yeah.
where my halfling who made scarves needs to happen upon.
Yes. Yes.
I had a halfling for a one shot Ivy ran who made pride scarves,
hmm
and
Oh.
Flumptown would be like the perfect place. Yeah, she would pickpocket them onto people. She'd either pickpocket them onto people she didn't like, or she'd gift them to people she didn't like.
It was like a marker. It was really fun. It was Adventuring with Pride, which is
Yeah.
created by
Amazing.
Jackophobia on TikTok. Jack is a very sweet and wonderful individual who's actually working on their second Adventuring with Pride, which we're looking forward to. One of the
Yes.
classes that they are working on is a coffee twink wizard. And so it's
Amazing.
going to be great. He's shown me a little bit of it. I'm very excited for that. He's hoping to have it done by this year, so he's working
Nice.
diligently.
Oh,
But so if you guys are looking for any LGBTQ like friendly, that he's got 4 one shots, 3 tie-in, and then a single one shot by itself. But it's a lot of fun. But yeah, Jackophobia is great. Very sweet individual.
they're a blast.
It was a lot of fun. I should probably run that again because I want to use some of the aspects that was in that one shot in the girls' campaign. Specifically,
Yes.
the damsel that you guys had to go save. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But
it would be amazing.
Yeah, I definitely heard a lot about that.
it
It
was
was really good.
fun.
So.
But now we have Flumptown. So we have a lot
Flumptown.
of wonderful and one of them flump a mitten instead of build a bear. I think that would be really cute, actually. See, there's
Build a flump.
Build a flump. You can build your own little flump plushie. I love
Yeah.
how this town is also very touristy. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah, 100%.
they're very innovative and everything.
It's a
else, but they're
town
also
of
like, oh,
flumps.
yeah, and they encourage tourism.
Ah.
Which weirdly has Gothic Chainsaw somewhere in there.
Yeah, I feel
Maybe,
like
yeah.
Gothic Chainsaw would visit and just be like, okay, never mind, this isn't for me. Like, there's not enough flumps or us.
No, it's his secret. It is his like most kept secret is that he goes.
He just
goes to build a
shows
flump.
up.
Yeah,
I can see
like
that.
he goes and attempts disguises.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
He just shows up in the town, just like, I'm taking over, and they all just go, okay,
I
have a
feel
good
like they just
time.
let him do whatever. They're
What?
just like,
No.
okay. They don't recognize him as an
Okay.
actual threat because he's not. I feel like that's
Yeah.
accurate.
I love it.
But yeah, if anything else, if not, we will end the stream here for this evening. Nemo, if you want to give all of your plugs and your handles real quick, please include your store as well.
Calling me out here. Okay.
Please.
Plug.
Thank you.
So I'm on TikTok and Twitch under Mimicking Nemo, and then I am also on Etsy where I paint minis, make D&D mini earrings, and then dice jewelry as well at Tiny Mimic Adventures. All
you've
one word on
made
Etsy.
flump earrings before.
Yes, I have earrings, and I also have LGBTQ themed minis, and asexual flumps were actually included in that set.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Really cool. So if you guys are looking for minis or anything, Nemo's great. They have a lot of really cool things on there. So
We love Nemo.
we do love Nemo. Ben,
There was a reason we wanted them as our first guest.
I was like, yeah. Ben, do you want to give all your handles and everything?
Yeah, I am Ben, also known as Ben is D&D on TikTok. Mostly that is where I am. However, I am also on this show every other week, and will also be, well, I mean, for like probably the next month or so, we'll be on this.
Yeah, actually,
every-
it'll be on
every
this channel
Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna be on
not-
this channel every Friday because I'll be doing this show every other Friday, and then on the rotated Fridays, I will be being a guest on
The
on
rectification.
Ivy's campaign, the Rectification.
Very excited.
So I'm super excited for that. We've got a really awesome character that I'm super excited about. Outside of that, Ivy and I are both on a campaign together on Mondays, Beyond the Realms, over on twitch.tv/Dice Cream Sandwich. It's going to be a big session next on Monday, so y'all better tune in because it's going to be wild. It's going to be a time. Might be some throwbacks in there. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'll be here every Friday. I'm here every other Saturday. On Mondays, I'm over on Dice Creams, and every other Wednesday, I'm over on the Lark Network playing on Corso, D&D Corso.
Lark Network!
Lark Network, so shout out to them. But thank you to Nemo for being on and helping us build this lovely City of Flumps.
Amazing town.
Amazing City of Flumps. We're going to make that. I'm sure it's going to pop up in one of the girls' sessions at some point in the future.
That'd be so
I'm,
cool.
I'm gonna probably steal that for myself.
I would
Thank you all
say
so much
that
for
is-
having me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I think that we will end stream there for the evening. We are going to go raid. Let's see. We
Raid,
have,
raid, raid,
We have actually a
raid.
couple of choices because there's a couple of people online. We've got Odinson.
Welcome in's
We've
on.
got the Welcome In. We've got Sergey of Harps.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we interested in raiding? There's a couple of choices here.
Well, I don't know who.
It's looking
What do we think?
like the Welcome In is their episode 14 of Off the Rails already, which is
Oh wow.
incredible. Sergey
Yeah.
of Harps is over there playing some Lego Marvel, and then Odin is opening some Pokemon stuff.
You know what? Let's go raid Jay.
Let's go raid Jay. Cool.
That'll be
Okay,
nice.
All right, we'll raid Jay. Let's go raid Sir Jay of Harps and see what they're up to. So once again,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
thank you guys for popping into the stream. We're gonna go raid Jay. Have a good
We'll,
rest of your evening, you guys.
See you over there.
Yep, we'll see you over there.
Woo.
Bye, guys.
Bye.